Sarah, they mystified her being with incense and lace, said mystical shadings ran across her face, like ivory in a mask beneath a cap of warm dark hair, a face of gentle glass. But they never looked beyond the secrets, Sarah, of her past. It was there, between the tarot and the beads. It cried out with her needs to share. Poetic license was everywhere. They called her many things, mystical shadings, it all had a ring. Bells and chimes and rhymes and I Ching. They misunderstood, Sarah, the flowers in her hair.
They mystified her being.
Thought they were created by rainbows in the air. Sarah, she believed it was her time. Her star was an act of divine.
Said mystical
Poetic license. Sarah
face.
grows on a vine. It was never about her, but it was all in their mind.
Like ivory in a mask.
And they placed her on the altar of their shrine.
Beneath a cap.
Somewhere in between the altar and her needs, it consumed all the spirit in the way her moon would bleed.
Face of gentle
They prophesized, poeticized, between her darkness and light. She would see the truth in the movement of their flight. Voices would tempt her, taunt her, disturb her and haunt her. Just beyond the altar, the shadows were there. Questions never answered, Sarah, the undertow of despair.
Oblivion is seductive when a requiem of voices become an echo-drenched blues on the wings of fate. She thought she heard it coming on her way to heaven's gate. Many would enter her garden into prestige. The fruits of their passion would soil with her needs and steeds. She held all her secrets in a seclusive shell. Her mystery always played well, and it was sell, adding to the legend and the plot not to be forgot. She could ever be. All she ever wanted was a love and a family. Poetic license cast her to the deep sea. Sarah, so oblivion is seductive. Sometimes it's a little late. She thought she heard it on the way to heaven's gate. Poetic license grows on a vine. It wasn't about her. It was all in their mind. When they placed her on an altar of their shrine, somewhere between the altar and her needs, they'll consume all the spirit in the way that her moon bleeds. Then they'll be gone. Before the mountains in the climb, she'd be the lady of sorrow who thought it was her time. Poetic license comes to mind. And when it all fades away, will she be remembered? The poem of yesterday. Sarah, the poem of yesterday.